Good afternoon, everyone. How are you guys doing? Okay. So, welcome to BYJU'S exam prep. Today we are going to look into not only CAT, LR, but we are also going to look into other exams. So we will look into sets that have come in other exams like SNAP, IFT, and it's majorly based on the topic of matrix arrangement. As in, how do we schedule when we are given attributes that can be scheduled as a timeline or maybe in the rank of the position maybe, or maybe the rank that they have got. So let's begin. Okay, so this is the first set. So 4 people of different nationalities live on the same side of a street in 4 houses each of different color: red, blue, yellow and white. Each person has a different favorite drink from tea, milk, fruit, juice and cocoa. The following additional information is also known. The Englishman lives in the red house, the Italian drinks tea, the Norwegian lives in the first house on the left, in the second house from the right they drink milk, the Norwegian lives adjacent to the blue house, Spaniard drinks fruit juice, tea is drunk on the blue house, the white house is to the right of the red house. So once you have read through it, you don't have to understand each and every sentence, but you have to figure out how to represent this data. Are you going to represent it randomly, or is there a table required or a grid required? Grids are also called as matrices. How is it different from table is that in table you simply write down the values, rows and column. In matrix also you do the same thing, but it's relatively a larger one. So tell me, how will we go about this? Yeah, good afternoon everyone. Any idea how to go about this? So which should be the primary column? What shall we fill first? What part? Shall we fill the name of the people? Shall we fill the drinks that they have? Shall we fill the color of the houses? What shall we fill first? So as you can see, the important part over here is that they live on the same side of the street. So when 4 people are living on the same side of a street, the houses are going to be arranged, right? So we have 4 people of different nationalities living on the same side of the street in 4 houses, each of different color. So let's say this is the same side of the street, and since 4 people are living, so we will write down we will draw 4 columns for them. So the one on the left will remain on the left, the one on the right will remain on the right. So this is, let's say, the nationality. The second one is the color of the house, and the third one is the drink that they have. So we're going to arrange it in this order. Okay, so it's more like the scheduling happening, the timeline thing. Instead of timeline, we have the positions, right? So we will start filling up the details only about which we are confident about. So the Englishman lives in the red house, no idea where to put. The Italian drinks tea, no idea. So ignore those statements, we'll come back to them later on. The Norwegian lives in the first house on the left, so it's a left one. So we have Norwegian living over here. So we are done with this. In the second house from the right, they drink milk. So second house from the right, they drink milk. So we are done with the 4th statement as well. The Norwegian lives adjacent to the blue house. We know where Norwegian lives, and you can't have a left side of Norwegian. So only right side is left. So this is going to be blue in color. Spaniard drinks fruit juice. No idea. Tea is drunk in the blue house. So in the blue house, we have got tea is being drunk there. Done with 7th statement. The white house is to the right of the red house. No idea where to put white and red because 3 cells are missing, right? Restart. The Englishman lives in the red house. Okay, so we know that this second one is not the Englishman, maybe the third and the fourth from the left may be Englishman. Still no idea. The Italian drinks tea. So we come to know that this guy is Italian. Done with second. The Spaniard drinks fruit juice. Now, the first column cannot have Spaniard and somebody who drinks juice. The second one is also filled. The third one is also filled, right? So the only place we can put Spaniard along with the juice as in the first cell and the third cell of the same column can be filled is the last one. So Spaniard goes in the last column and he drinks fruit juice. Next, the white house is to the right of the red house. Still no idea. Repeat. The Englishman lives in the red house. So the only place we can have Englishman is over here. Red house. Done with first. The only statement we are left with is the white house is to the right of the red house. So white house has to be to the right of red house. It means the red house is the second from the right. So the white house has to be here to its right. We are left with one color and one drink. So if we look above, red is taken, blue is taken, white is taken. So that means Norwegian guy lives in the yellow colored house and he drinks, tea is taken, milk is taken, fruit juice is taken. We are left with coca. So he drinks coca. So this is what we need to do. Go through the statements, figure out what are concrete, combinations. We will skip out statements that we are not sure about. Even if you are going to have 2 possibilities, ignore it for the time being. Unless and until you are not done with all the statements, don't make cases. So you have to repeat that. So the the color of the Norwegian house is yellow. Milk is drunk by English guy. The Norwegian drinks coca. Which of the following is not true? Milk is drunk in the red house. Yes, it is. The Italian lives in the blue house. He does. The Spaniard lives in a corner house. He does. So 4th statement, D option should be the answer, which should not be true. The Italian lives next to the Spaniard. No, he doesn't live. There is an English guy between them. So obviously the 4th is your answer. So this set is considered as easy. So do we get such sets? Yes. Such sets are very common in IFT, SNAP, NMAT, all the other exams except for CAT and ZAT. In CAT and ZAT, you cannot expect such level. It's going to be a little more difficult, or maybe if you have only 4 or 5 attributes, 3 attributes and 4 and 5 values, then there are going to be 2 cases at least. Okay. Let's try another one now. This one. 5 women decided to go shopping to MG Road, Bangalore. They arrived at the designated meeting place in the following order. The first person was Archana, the second person was Chelamma, the third was Dhenuka, fourth was Helen, and fifth was Shahnaz. Each woman spent at least ₹1,000. Below are some additional facts about how much they spent during their shopping spree. The woman who spent ₹2,234 arrived before the lady who spent 1,193. One woman spent 1,340 and she was not Dhenuka. One woman spent 1,378, more than Chelamma. One woman spent 2,517 and she was not Archana. Helen spent more than Dhenuka. Shahnaz spent the largest amount and Chelamma the least. So we are given name of the people and the order in which they arrived at the meeting place. Okay, and the third thing is how much amount they spent, right? So we have sequence, entry of their arrival, second is their name, and the third is the amount that they have spent. So which should be the primary column, as in which is obviously filled for already, right? So the thing that is already fixed is their positions, right? 1 to 5, we know that A, C, D, H and S, they have arrived. So the only thing that we have to take care of over here is the money that they have spent. Since there are 5 people, we need 5 amounts, right? So let's draw a table. We need 5 people, so I will put in 5 columns, 1, 2, 3, need a longer row, 4 and 5. Now we do know that the first person is Archana, next is Chelema, next is Dhenuka, then Helen and Shahnaz. Okay, these are their positions. So we don't have to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's understood. Normally in our language, we always write from left to right, unless and until it's Arabic or Urdu, right? So the first statement, the woman who spent rupees 2234 arrived before the lady who spent 1193. No idea, but we do come to know that one amount is 2234 for sure, that has to be filled, and another amount that we have to fill is 1193. So out of 5 amounts, 2 amounts we know right now. So I'm not going to put a tick mark in the first one because the arrangement case we have not completed. Second, one woman spent rupees 1340 and she was not Dhenuka. Fine. So 1340 was spent and she was not Dhenuka. So what I will do is I'll write it over here 1340 cross. As in, no matter what, I'm not going to put 1340 in that column. So we are done with second for sure. One woman spent rupees 1378 more than Chelema. So there is somebody who spent Chelema plus 1378. So 1378 is not the amount, it's 1378 more. So who is that person? No idea. What is the amount with Chelema? No idea. So not going to take third one. Fourth, one woman spent 2517 and she was not Archana. So one more amount we come to know is 2517 and that person is not Archana. So we can't put 2517 over here. Let's put a cross over there. Done with fourth. Helen spent more than Dhenuka. So I'm going to put an equality symbol so that I will remember that the under H the amount should be greater than the amount I'm going to put under D. Done with fifth. Shana spent the largest and Chelema the least. So this is the most and for Chelema this is the least. Done with sixth. Let's repeat. The woman who spent 2234 arrived before the lady who spent 1193. We have no idea who spent 1193. So we don't know where to put 2234 or vice versa. Once woman spent 1378 more than C. Still no idea. If you look into how many different amounts we are aware of, so far we are aware of only 4. So we need a fifth amount. For the fifth amount, we do have a condition. Now, is it a possibility that X and C, they are going to be from these 4? Ho sakta hai na? That one of these values is C and 1378 more will give you X. X is someone else apart from C. Is going to be again one of these 4. So we need to see, are there any pair of values that are at a difference of 1378? So 2234, 1193 are they at a difference of 1378? No. Just check the last digit. 2234 minus 1193 will not end in 8. Okay, what about 2234 and 1340? It will end in 4. 2234 and 2517, it will end in 7. 1193 and 1340, it will end in 3. 1193 and 2517, it will end in 6, not 8. And 1340, 2517, it will end in 3. Or vice versa, it will end in 7. So we don't see any difference of 2 numbers which is going to end in 8. Now what are the possibilities? Since Chelema has the least, so can we say that X can be any one of these 4? Right? That is one possibility. Or maybe C has the least. So what is the least value we see? 1193 right now. So maybe C is 1193. So let's see how many cases we are going to have. Let's first of all assume that C is not present. C is not one of these 4 values. So if I take 2234 as X, then what should be the value of C so that it becomes 1378? what could be the fifth value? So 2234 minus 1378. This is going to be less than 1000, right? क्योंकि 1378 plus 1000 is 2378. We are at 2234. तो ये तो नहीं हो सकता. Okay, let's try another one. Can we have 1193? No, it won't make sense. Can I have 1340? It won't make sense. Can I have 2517? Let's say the other person is 2517, so that C is C plus 1378. If C turns out to be less than 1193, then only it will make sense, right? So if we take the difference, the value of C we will get is going to be 1300, 2300. So that is 1000, 1100, 12 and 17, 39. So 1139 is what we get. Okay, so we have a scenario where C gets 1139, which is the lowest among all the 5, right? And 2517 is that person whose amount spent is 1378 more than C. So I believe we have checked for all the 4 cases. So this is one possibility. What could be the other possibility? Can I say C is, let's say, 1193? And when we add 1378 to it, then we will get the fifth value, because 1193 is the smallest, right? C has to be least. So if we add these two, the fifth amount will turn out to be 2571. So this is what we have. So we have 2 possibilities. One possibility being that the 5 amounts are, looking into the first one, 1139, 1193, 1340, 2234 and 2517. 4 out of the 5 amounts are given, and one amount 1139 say 1378 more is 2517. The other possibility that we have is 1193 is the smallest amount, the one that is already given, and the other values are 1340, 2234, 2517 will come first, and 2571. So I have made sure to write the values, the amounts in ascending order. Now we have to check for both of these 2 sets of values which one will make sense. So C got the list. So let's start with the first case. Okay, so we are looking at the first case. C gets the list, so C gets 1139. S gets the most, so the most we have is 2517. So जो लिखते जा रहे हैं उसको strike out कर देते हैं. So A doesn't get 2517. Now D can't be 1340, but D has to be less than H. So D can't be 1340. Can D be 2234? No. Because if D turns out to be 2234, then we don't have any leftover number which is more than 2234. There was only one number more than 2234, 2517, which is taken. So the only number that D can take is 1193. And H is going to be more than 1193. So it can be 1340 as well as 2234. Right? So there are 2 possibilities. It can be 1340 or 2234. If you remember, first statement we had not covered. The woman who spent 2234 arrived before the lady who spent 1193. Since D spent 1193 and the sequence is from left to right, we can't have 2234 arriving after 1193. So out of these 2 possibilities, 2234 cannot come under H. So the only place 2234 can go is at A. So we are done with all the 5 amounts placing, and this is the case we get. Let's try out the second scenario, as in this one. The least amount we see is 1193, which will go to C. Done with this. The largest amount we see is 2571, which will go to S. Next, D cannot be 1340, so D is going to be 2234 or 2517, है ना? Suppose D is 2517, then H के लिए कोई बचेगा नहीं, which is more than 2517. So D can't be 1340, D can't be 2517. So the only value D can take is 2234. Now the only value remaining which is more than 2234 is 2517. And the leftover number 1340 comes here. Let's go to the first statement again. The woman who spent 2234 arrived before the lady who spent 1193, but here she arrives post her, after her. So this second case, the values looked perfect, but because of the first statement condition, it will not work out. So out of two possibilities that we received, we got one possibility has to be discarded because it doesn't work. So these are the amounts that they spent. What was the amount spent by Helen? 1340. Which of the following amount was spent by one of them? 1139 was spent? Yes. 1378 is not here. 2571 is not here. 2517 है, 2571 नहीं है. And 2718 is also not here, right? The woman who spent rupees 1193 is D. And what was the minimum amount spent by any woman? That was C. Chilama 1139. So this is a non-cat set again, because you had two cases and out of those two cases one was anyways discarded. So the first set was easy. This is a little above easy. We can say very close to moderate because it was little time consuming, right? Let's look at the next one. So this looks lengthy. 5 friends meet every morning. Thank you, JB. At Sri Sagar restaurant for an idli vada breakfast. Each consumes a different number of idlis and vadas. The number of idlis consumed are 1, 4, 5, 6 and 8, while the number of vadas consumed are 0, 1, 2, 4 and 6. Below are some more facts about who eats what and how much. So we have the number of vadas eaten by Ignesh is 3 times the number of vadas consumed by the person who eats 4 idlis. 3 persons, including the one who eats 4 vadas, eat without chutney. Samir does not take any chutney. So chutney is also brought in apart from idli and vada. The one who eats 1 idli a day. So reading it is not going to help. It's only going to waste our time, right? Why? Because we are not trying to understand anything. We are just trying to figure out how to represent the information. How to represent it. So table, right? So let's write down the name of the people, because if you look at the supporting statements, we have more names involved. Then let's write down vadas. Then let's write down how many idlis that they eat and what about chutney. Since we have 5 friends, so we need 5 rows over here. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So what are the names? Ignesh, Samir, Diljit, Mukesh, Bimal. Okay. Now, as usual, we are going to go through the statements and we are only going to fill those cells or those rows which will give us something concrete. So the number of vadas eaten by Ignesh, so we will remember the values also, as in if you don't remember, we will every time we will verify, cross check. Okay, the number of vadas eaten by Ignesh is 3 times the number of vadas consumed by the person who eats 4 idlis. Can we figure out something from here? We don't know what to put, as in Ignesh is compared with whom we have no idea. But since Ignesh is going to eat 3 times of some number, can we say Ignesh ka total vadas that he eats is going to be a number in the table of 3. So इधर को 3 का table का number लिखना है under vadas for Ignesh. Let's go to vadas. Which number do we see which is in the table of 3? 6. That's the only number. So I'll put in 6. So we know only so far that Vignesh eats 6 vadas. And if he eats 6 vadas, then this should be 3 times of someone who eats 4 idlis, which means somebody who eats 4 idlis and 2 vadas is there. So 2, 4, 1 combination has to be put at any one of the 4 places or 4 friends. Right? ठीक है. उसके अलावा नहीं पता. We don't know where that 2, 4 will go. So we are done with the first statement. 3 persons including the one who eats 4 vadas. So there is somebody who eats 4 vadas also, no? अच्छा, 6 use हो चुका है. 2 has been used. 4 has been used. So someone who eats 4 vadas eat without chutney. Who is that person? नहीं पता. So let's leave it. Next, Samir does not take any chutney. Samir does not take any chutney. I'll put a cross. It's not about quantity, so I'll only take and cross will do. Done with third. The one who eats 1 idli a day does not eat any vadas or chutney. So that means there is somebody. Okay, so I will थोड़ा सा और ऊपर कर देते हैं, so that we will have space. So we saw that we are going to have 2, 4. And because of the fourth statement, there is somebody who eats 1 idli, doesn't eat any vada, and doesn't have a chutney. So we had no idea about 2, 4 ka chutney, but 0, 1 cross is somewhere we need to put. That 0, 1 cross can go anywhere as of now. It can be Samir also, who knows. So 2 is taken under vadas, 6 is taken, 0 is taken, and under idli so far 4 and 1 are taken. Further, he is not Mukesh. So this guy is not Mukesh. So we are not going to put 0, 1 cross under Mukesh. So we will remember that. Diljit eats idli with chutney and also eat vada. So he does eat chutney and he eats idli and vada both. So he can't be 0, 1 cross wala banda. Mukesh can't be 0, 1 cross. So 0, 1 cross will either go to Samir or Bimal. These are the only 2 places we can put 0, 1 cross in the same sequence. Okay. So this is not Mukesh and this is not Diljit as well. Mukesh, who does not take any chutney, eats half as many vadas as the person who eats twice as many idli as he does. So we need to understand this part. So there are 2 comparisons happening about idlis and vadas. So we will only look at one comparison at a time. We're not going to read now the entire statement. Mukesh eats half as many vadas as somebody. So if Mukesh eats X vadas, somebody eats 2X. Right? So from the remaining, can Mukesh eat 1 vada? No, because if Mukesh eats 1 vada, somebody is going to... Acha, it's about vadas, no? Haan. So can Mukesh eat 1 vada? Yes, he can, because if he eats 1 vada, then he is going to... and somebody else is going to eat 2 vada. As in, this will be the guy who is going to eat 2 vada. Okay. Can Mukesh eat 2 vadas? Yes, uska double 4 bhi allowed hai. So Mukesh is going to be taking vadas under 1 or 2 only. Sorry. And Mukesh, okay, the person eats twice as many idli as he does. So if Mukesh eats Y idlis, then somebody eats twice of that. So Mukesh is going to eat idlis में 1 तो डबल नहीं हो सकता, 4 का डबल है, 5 का डबल नहीं है, 6 का डबल नहीं है. The only combination for idlis having double is 4 and 8. So can we say Mukesh can only eat 4 idlis? Because somebody is going to eat double of what Mukesh eats under idlis. The moment we put Mukesh as 4, we know that this 2 4 wala is Mukesh. Right? So we are done with 2 in the vadas. So ये 2 4 में erase कर देता हूँ. And 1 and 4 so far, right? 8 अभी नहीं हुआ. Done with 6th. So Mukesh अगर 2 करता है तो somebody eats 4 vadas also, no? 4 is still left. ठीक है. Bimal eats 2 more idlis than Ignesh. So Ignesh, if he eats x idlis, Bimal eats x plus 2. So let's see from the remaining leftover what could be x and x plus 2. See, Ignesh can't take 1 because wo 0 1 ka combination will not fit with 6 blank because 0 cannot replace 6 now. Ignesh can't eat 4 idlis because Mukesh is already eating it. Vignesh can eat 5 idlis. If Vignesh is going to eat 5 idlis, then Bimal is eating 2 more. So Bimal is supposed to eat 7 idlis, but 7 allowed nahi hai. So the only possibility that Ignesh is going to eat the number of idlis is if Ignesh eats 6 and Bimal eats 8. So 6 and 8 they both are taken. But Ignesh eats 2 more vadas than Bimal. ये अगर 2 more vadas हो गया तो यानी कि this is 6, so that means Vimal eats 4 vadas. So 4 is also taken. Now 0 1 cross is what we need to put. We can't have 0 1 cross along Daljit. So the only place 0 1 cross can go is Samir. Now let's look at the columns of vadas and idlis and see which all numbers are missing. Under vadas 0 is taken, 2 is taken, 4 is taken, 6 is taken. We are left with 1. Under idlis, 1 is taken, 4 is taken, 6 and 8 are taken, we are left with 5. Now, second statement miss कर दिया था, फिर से पढ़ते हैं. 3 people, including the one who eats 4 vadas, eat without chutney. So, Vimal doesn't take chutney and there are already 2 people who don't take chutney. So, 3 people are already done, which implies Vignesh takes chutney. Hi KSB. So we were able to fill the table and about chutney also we know who is having chutney, who is not. So which one of the following statements is true? Diljit eats 5 idlis. Yes, he does. Which one of the following statements is true? Samir eats 2 vadas. He eats 0. Mukesh eats 4 vadas. He eats 2. 4 idlis खाता है लेकिन 2 vadas है उसका. Ignesh eats 6 vadas. Yes, Ignesh was 6, right? So C is correct. Which of the following statements is true? Mukesh eats 8 idlis and 4 vadas. No, it's 4 and 2 actually. The person who eats 5 idlis and 1 vada, 5 idlis and 1 vada, this is Diljit, does not take chutney. Nahin, Diljit does take chutney. The person who eats equal number of vadas and idlis, the only person who eats equal number of vadas and idlis is Ignesh, also takes chutney. Yes, he does. So C is our answer. The people who did not eat chutney, how many people did not eat chutney? These 3 people. And how many the people who did not eat chutney had how many more idlis than the people who ate chutney? So idlis ka count batana hai. So 1 plus 4 plus 8, that is 13 is the total number of idlis eaten by the people who don't take chutney. And the people who take chutney, the number of idlis eaten by them is 11. So what is the difference, right? more than the people who ate chutney. So the difference is 2. So the answer is D. Any doubt in any of the 3 sets? See, the explanation goes hand in hand, so we were able to solve 3 sets in 30 minutes. So on an average of 10 minutes per set, which if you are not discussing and if you are only solving it on your own, reduce the time by at least 30-40%. So 6 minutes on an average. So within 20 minutes, 3 sets can be done. Non-CAT. CAT may, it will take around 25 minutes for 3 sets. So we have All India Open Mock CAT. Okay, the second one is going to be live from 9th to 18th. Okay, so next week onwards. Please do register for it. Okay, you need to pre-register it so that from 9th onwards you can write the mock live. Same as the previous open mock, you can identify your CAT day strategies. You will also come to know about the mock attempt by experts. The videos will be available to you. You will be given the report card where you will come to know about your strengths and weaknesses under the topics. You will also get the video solutions question wise, and you will have a very good idea about how the CAT exam is going to look like. This is very important for people who are appearing for CAT for the first time, right? And people who want to prepare for CAT, you can join BYJU'S exam prep. So what all things do we have to offer? So we give 135 plus live sessions that are taken by alumni, IM alumni and at least 99 percentilers. There are a lot of people among us who are 100 percentilers, and serial 99 percentiler is like something which is understood. More than 90 topics that are covered in 3 sessions for every subtopic. 300 plus videos you will get, and you will have those recorded sessions. So you can watch them every time. The number of sessions are not limited. You will have 70 plus full mock tests, including CAT and non-CAT MBA exams. You will have almost 10,000 practice questions. You will be getting 4 books. And in class, we discussed more than 1500 questions. So there are more than 1500 questions already in the class sheets. The teachers, they discuss, almost half of those many questions in the class, because they have to give examples, explain, right? So it's more than 2500 questions that we end up discussing in the class at most. Okay. Then for GDPI preparation, you get 5 live and 10 recorded sessions, which is going to be very beneficial once the CAT results are out. Yeah, and everyone, please don't forget to hit like and subscribe the channel, please, if you want to watch more videos like these. And do share it with your friends who are also preparing for the MBA exams. And do follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. If you have doubts, please do join our Telegram group, wherein hundreds of doubts are asked every day. So the channel name is BYJU'S MBA Doubts, and you can download our app to watch hundreds and hundreds of free sessions, concepts, questions, discussions, strategy, previous year paper solutions on our app. You can download it from Google Play. All the links are given in the description below. Thank you so much. No, Rehan, such type of questions are not so common in CAT, but you can expect at most one question. That question that was based out of amount spent. So the amount maybe the number of people may be more, let's say 6 or 7 or maybe 8 people instead of 5, and the combinations have to be made. So you can expect that type of set in your CAT. The other 2 sets were too easy for CAT, but you do have one set which is one set is going to be there which is easy. Okay, but what we did today, only the second set is more relevant, not the first and third as such. Okay, thank you everyone. Thanks for joining. Please don't forget to hit like before you leave. Take care. Bye-bye. See you guys again.